Dividing any decimal number, whether it's a whole number or not a whole number, by a decimal number is very simple, because you never divide by a decimal. You change the decimal to a whole number before you start the division. So we have a look at 1.2 divided by 0.3. We move a decimal point in front of the 3 to after the 3, so that we become divided by 3. Whatever we do to the first number, we have to do to the second one. So we go to the 1.2 and we move a decimal point exactly the same amount of places. So 1.2 divided by 0.3 now becomes 12 divided by 3. A very simple problem. And the answer to that we know is 4. We have a look now. We've got two figures after decimal point in the number we're dividing by. So to make the number we're dividing by 3, we move a decimal point 2 places. If we move it 2 places in the second number, we must move it 2 places in the first number. So we say therefore 0.012 divided by 0.03 equals 1.2, because we only move the decimal point 2 places, divided by 3, and we can come across to the right and do a little division to make sure we get our decimal points underneath each other. We have 1.2 under the division sign, and we have 3 into 1 goes 0, so we put a 0 above the 1. Put the decimal points underneath each other, always have the decimal points underneath each other. 3 into 12 goes 4. So therefore 1.2 divided by 3 equals 0.4. Let's have a look at the next one. In the next one you'll notice that in the number we're dividing by, we have 3 figures after decimal points. So in fact we have to move a decimal point 3 places to make it divided by 4. So we're going to be dividing by 4. If we move it 3 places in the number we're dividing by, we have to move it 3 places in the first number. So we put down 3 little groups, and you'll notice 2 of them are vacant. So whenever we have a vacant space, we've got our old friend, the placeholder, the 0. So that becomes 2, 4 and 2 zeros for the vacant spaces, divided by 4, and that is equal to 600. What we've asked ourselves is how many lots of 4 millimetres are there in 2.4 metres, and there's quite a large number of them, there's 600. Now to the last one, we have 0.024, and divided by 0.4, we only have to move the decimal point 1 place in the number we're dividing by, move it 1 place in the first number as well, and so that the question becomes, instead of 0.024, it becomes, that is now equal to 0.24 divided by 4. We can do that as a short division, but we can probably now do it in our head. We say 4 into 2 won't go, so we have it equals 0. And keep the decimal points underneath each other. 4 into 2 goes 0, so we put a 0 after that, and then we say 4 into 24 goes 6. Now if we weren't capable of doing that without writing out the little short division algorithm, over to the right hand side you write out 0.24 divided by 4, the same as we did in the previous one above. We might just do that down here underneath. So if you're not confident to do it without writing it out, write it out. It's very simple. Make sure you keep the decimal points underneath each other. We say 4 into 0 goes 0, 4 into 2 goes 0, and 4 into 24 goes 6. Dividing by decimals is very simple, because in fact you don't divide by decimals. The first thing is you convert the number that you are dividing by into the simplest whole numbers. So here we convert it into a 4, we don't convert it into 400 and make this a whole number.